Chef Stone is an entrepreneur, a chef. I've been a chef for 17 years now, and I own Red Dish Chronicles, a culinary school in Lagos and Abuja, food trucks, the Red Gourmet Kitchen and the Barrel, Red Gourmet Kitchen in Lagos and Abuja, and now the Burgundy by Chef Stone, which is my restaurant launching in April. Red Dish Chronicles has been in existence for about 9 years now. But the Burgundy itself, the dream for the restaurant started 8 years ago, but the restaurant is yet to be open. It actually opens in April, but we did a test run yesterday, which was a Valentine's Day dinner. The $1,000 dinner was an interesting one because when I thought about doing a dinner for the yet to be open restaurant, I said, you know what, I want to blow everything out of the water. I want to do something no one has ever done before. And it wasn't even about the price, because in the end, we spent more money to pull the dinner together than we actually made. But for me, it was about doing something that had never been done before. It was about doing a dinner that could stand with any dinner in the world. I wanted to do something on that level. Any Michelin star chef or Michelin star restaurant, the kind of dinner they serve, that was what I wanted to give my guests. So it was about doing something different. You know, everybody does the same thing. We do Valentine's and then you want to do a dinner, and it's almost the same thing everywhere, but I wanted to do something that was totally different. So when I even told my team that it was going to be $1,000, everybody was like, wow, $1,000, why $1,000? And I said, you know what, I want it to be very intimate and I want it to be very exclusive. A small number of people, 10 couples only, nothing more than that. Let those 10 couples have the time of their lives. That was what it was all about. Looking at those comments, I laughed throughout, to be honest, because in every country, in every market, there are different levels. There are different levels of products. There is obviously the higher end, the luxury end, and then there's the lower end. So everybody has a market at the end of the day. And the same way I'm serving a dinner here that is 400 and something thousand, is the same way I have a truck at the back that you can get dinner for 2 for 10,000. So there's a level for everything. But for me, for this particular dinner, I wanted to do world class. And it meant going higher than what I've ever done before. And it wasn't just about the dinner, it was about the experience. It was about the gifting. Our gift pack alone was over half of the price they paid, just the gift basket that we gave at the end of the night. So it wasn't just about that, you know. At the end of the day, a lot of people end up spending way more than this on a bottle of champagne in the club or whatever you want to call it. They do spend that much money. And I feel like for one day, I mean, what would I do for my wife, for instance, for one day? If I can afford it, yes, I would spend all this money. So it's a one-day-a-year experience to show your loved one that, you know what, I want to do something special for you. I want to take you to the Burgundy. I'm spending $1,000 on dinner, you know, I'm doing this, it's special, it's one day. And for me, that was the thought process. It wasn't about, you know, putting a price on it. We sold out the dinner, which for me, personally, before all the drama on social media, we had only sold 2 tickets. Immediately the drama started, the PR went up. Everybody started hearing about it, and somehow our customers found us. We've even had calls today for people that want to do private events using the same principle. So it goes to show that there's a market for this. There are people that want luxury exclusive products. The patronage was amazing. We had an ambassador here yesterday. We had an ex-governor here yesterday. And they had nothing but good things to say. I mean, the ambassador, one of the comments, someone mentioned the country and said, oh, even in this country, they don't spend $1,000 for dinner. You don't go to a restaurant and spend $1,000. And the ambassador from that country was here yesterday. And he spent $1,000, and everything he said, every single course, we did a 12-course dinner, so 12 different dishes came out for every single person. And every dish, he had nothing but good stuff to say. He said our tagine that I tasted yesterday was the best he had ever tasted. He said he has a chef at home that cannot make tagine that good. He doesn't know how we got it right. So that's what gives me joy at the end of the day, my customers. It's not the people online that, were not able to come to the dinner and could not taste the food, saying that, why will I spend that? It's the people that actually appreciate food. Now this man says for this kind of dinner, you would have to travel to London or America to be able to experience the dinner. But he came here yesterday in Abuja and he experienced fine dining. If you've been privileged to be well-traveled and you've ever visited a fine dining establishment, you understand that the level of the food, the level of the wine served is very different. It's not your regular food. It's not, like I said, for every market, there's the higher end and the lower end for every market. Whatever you want to buy, it's just like an iPhone. There's an iPhone, and if you think iPhone is too expensive, there's the lower end phones. So for me, it's about wanting an experience. Again, there are certain things that, price does not measure, in the sense that, you want to have an experience that is all inclusive. You want to take someone out and then there's a gifting at the end, there are pictures, roses are given to you, a 12-course dinner with wine pairing. So again, it wasn't just food that we're serving. For each course that came out, there was wine, a different wine was paired with it. So again, at the end of the day, when you walk out all of this, you find out that, you got more than you paid for. For me, it wasn't a PR stunt because the PR that came with it was not planned. But for me, it was to showcase what Nigeria has to offer. Now, there's something called the Michelin Star, which is kind of a guide that shows the best restaurants in the world. Now, you can get 3 stars, 2 stars, or 1 star. If you're a 1-star Michelin restaurant, you are one of the best. Now, if you're a 3-star Michelin restaurant, you are a god in the restaurant world. Now, if you think about that and you think, okay, that sounds fair. How many restaurants do you think in Nigeria have a Michelin star? None. How many in West Africa have a Michelin star? None. I think maybe South Africa has 2, and that's it for Africa. So if we are going to put ourselves on the map in terms of culinary and true fine dining, then someone has to make the bold move. We cannot keep doing the same thing and all selling the same things. And every restaurant you go to is basically the same food, but everything has just been recycled and changed. The name has changed, a little bit of change here and there. We can't keep doing that and expect to get on the map. So for me, sometimes you need to make that bold step to get yourself on the map and be recognized. So what we are going for is world recognition. We had customers from all walks of life. Again, like I said, we had an ambassador here yesterday, and we had an ex-governor here yesterday, which we're very privileged to host. But apart from that, I think everybody else were really just people that wanted to have a good time and wanted to do something for their other half. So, we had a good mix of people, young people, older people, and I think, it was an excellent turnout. I'm also into videography, so obviously when you popped out your camera, I was looking at it, and we have a studio just next door where we do a lot of recording. I'm into photography and videography. I'm an avid traveler, and I'm just a learner. I like to learn, so anywhere I can learn, and whatever I learn, I try to learn enough to be able to teach. I think that's my superpower. Anything, if I'm trying to learn something, I want to learn it to the core so that I can teach it to other people. Because that's what's gotten me here. I have a lot of chefs that we've trained at the school here that are working all over the country. So almost any main restaurant you call, you hear there's a ready chef there. For me, the target audience are people that really appreciate good food, people that want to try something different, that are tired of the same old thing that they've been eating everywhere. Again, like I said, the price point will be much less. It will be more affordable for people. But again, it's going to be premium. I believe as a fine dining restaurant, it's not the kind of restaurant you go to every day.